guys here at Jet Fitness, Ultimate Fitness Training. So basically we're going to be doing a video for you guys in order to help you and us become our greatest version. So today we're going to be talking about how to perform a rear deltoid exercise correctly, and we're also going to go through different sort of like angles, if you like, in order to help that contraction as well. So Marcus is going to basically perform a rear deltoid. So he's going to grab the cables, as you guys can see. The focus very much here is to basically connect and contract these particular muscles here. Now, don't take me wrong. I mean, a lot of you guys out there that are doing this probably very much so mimic this particular exercise, but there is several sort of tips, if you like, in order to maximize this particular contraction. Now, as Marcus is doing, he's moving the weight nice and smoothly, trying to contract really these muscles around there. A lot of times, some people may feel these on the shoulders, some people may feel these on the lats slightly, some people may feel it around the rear delts, in mixture with forearms, sort of, because obviously your arms are helping the motion itself. As Marcus is moving back, now if we point the thumbs out to the side, which is basically, if you just bring back more, put your thumbs back, yeah? Once you do that and create a bit more force, you're abducting the back muscles. So what this is going to create is going to create a lot more sort of severe tension onto the muscle itself. So that's number one. Number two is, if you bring your elbows slightly elevated, what that's going to create a little bit more tension on the traps as well. Now, you may say, oh, I don't want to feel trap contraction. Now, it's good to obviously incorporate different areas. Now, this is an isolation exercise, so for the guys that just want to feel around this area, mainly, is to do what Marcus was doing initially, which is bringing it back, all the way back, contracting in there with a slight pause, because remember, tempo is everything. So if you're bringing it too fast, Marcus, go too fast. See, a lot of guys do that, fast you can. Really, a lot of the times they go throughout contraction without actually feeling how much. Marcus is getting tired now. Okay, so Marcus, bring it back again. So bring it back again. So squeeze it, and bring it back down again. If you want to feel a little bit more on the traps, you bring the elbows up a little bit more. So there you're feeling around about the traps will be contracting a lot more, as well as the rear deltoids as well. If you want to feel a little bit more down the lats, Marcus will go down and we'll basically contract now. Now I'm going to show something to you guys here. Marcus can be the model for this. Now, the thumbs on this exercise is very important. Now, Marcus, bring your thumbs up as you come back. Now, watch this. Thumbs up, thumbs, the thumbs. That's it. Now, if you point out the thumb out to the side, so people can really. Now, thumbs up like that. That's it. Now, if these thumbs are pointing to me, try to point it to me. Can you get them? There you go. Now, that's a bigger contraction. Okay, now if the thumbs are pointing forward, okay, on that there, now if they're pointing forward, where do you feel that the most?
Rear delts.
On the rear delts. Now if the thumbs are pointing back, try to do pointing backs, where do you feel that?
Or maybe traps, rhomboids.
Okay, so now what we're doing is to show you guys, if you come up with the thumbs up, okay, so there's more contraction across the back in the traps and the rhomboids, as well as when you're bringing it down, you're bringing the rear deltoids a little bit more. So that's just a little tip for you guys. I just wanted Marcus to actually answer me in that terms, because obviously a lot of the times it's great to have feedback from the person actually doing the exercise itself, rather than just telling you. So how did you feel like when you're doing those rear deltoids? How did you feel it in terms of performing the exercise? Feedback?
Go slowly, nice controlled, making sure you externally rotate, as you said, bringing the thumbs down. That's basically making sure that you externally rotate the shoulder joint here. You get a much better contraction from where you want it, which is on the rear delts. If you're going too quickly, just using a lot of mechanical advantage, momentum, so just nice and slow, externally rotate the shoulders, and you'll get the rear delts, the muscle that you want to try and get.
Absolutely. Now, the other thing that you guys see a lot of the time, guys, is they begin to roll. They begin to roll a lot. Now, don't take me wrong. This is something that a lot of us trainers, do talk about in terms of an isolated exercise. Now, if you guys talk to me about this, or Marcus will tell me the feedback here, how many muscles in this particular exercise are working? So you're working my forearms and my hand exercise, my hand muscles. What else will you be working here?
Rhomboids.
Rhomboids. What else?
Rhomboids, traps, probably a bit of lats as well, depending on the height of the angle of the elbow.
Before that? biceps. Even the triceps as well, because if the biceps are contracting, eccentrically the triceps are working. So what I'm trying to get here is, there's that many mechanical work here done. Now, the biggest thing is, a lot of the times you see guys doing this, which is a lot of back exercises. Now, you can ask the question, are you doing that to pre-exhaust the muscle and then going into an isolation? That's the question. So what I'm trying to say to you guys is there's many methods of doing the exercise. What me and Mark has done here today in that particular exercise is to show you kind of like, if you like, the safe way to do it. Then we went on to...
The easiest way is just to drop the weight right down, because it's tempting to put a bit more weight on there and think that you're getting, you know, more out of it. But if you're just trying to isolate the rear delt, it's actually a very, very small muscle group, so it's not a big, strong muscle, so you don't need a hell of a lot of weight. So I'm just using 2.5 kilos there.
Very light.
Very light. If you do it to isolate and get that rear delt, instead of expending energy on your back, you'll definitely feel it a lot more and a lot better. And you'll
Absolutely.
actually build the muscle that you want to build.
And on a second form, as I was saying earlier, we were doing about bringing your thumbs down in order to activate your delts a little bit more, thumbs up to activate your traps a little bit more. So that's rear deltoids to start with. Now we're going to move on to the lateral deltoid in the best way to do that. So let's move on. Yeah. So we're going to basically work on the cable still. Now this particular exercise hits the lateral deltoid. Now the lateral deltoid is around this area here, okay? Originates around this area and inserts around this area as well. So you've got all this sort of, if you like, area of your lateral part of your arm. For the guys out there, that when we say lateral deltoid, they think, where is that? It's very much this area here. So the round, which a lot of people think that's the biggest part of the shoulder as well. Okay, so we're going to do a lateral deltoid movement with a cable. So obviously, as Marcus said earlier, we're not picking a lot of weight there. It's only 2.5 kilograms. So basically, very much lightweight. So the focus here, very much so, is to bring the weight up and squeezing the weight at the very top. Now, the biggest thing that we're trying to do is to basically shorten the joint, okay, and then stretching the joint. So you've got basically this muscle being shortened and this muscle being elongated. Now, a lot of the guys that do this forget about where the muscle elongates the most, to stretch the most, what position of the arm will it be. So if you're coming up, you're shortening the muscle. When you're coming down, lengthen the muscle. Now, Marcus comes here, goes up there, comes here, he lets his arm across the body. That is the best way to really get that stretch. Now, what you probably see in common mistake is people start swinging it. Now, I'm not saying to swing, but it's let the arm come across, and then you got a particular full range of motion. That's a really good exercise. Now, if you start doing that very steadily, you'll start feeling all of a sudden a massive contraction on the lateral deltoid. Now, one common mistake there, Marcus, go for it. Mistakes people do. So swinging is probably the predominantly one that people tend to do. They're trying to put a lot of weight. Remember, in this particular exercise here is an isolation exercise, so it doesn't work nothing else more than actually that particular area itself, apart from a little bit of the bicep. So the focus is really very much squeezing. Another one that you probably see people doing.
Maybe coming too far
forward to
bring it in the front dorsal.
And in the chest muscles as well. One common as well that people lift and push. You see people doing it, lift and push, which is a massive mistake. There's no point in doing that because it's not a, if you like, a pushing exercise. It's a lifting exercise with the abduction of the arm. And one main focus here really is come up if you like. Okay, when you come up here, just tilt that thumb down a little bit. Now, you see people doing this, you think like years ago, you see bodybuilders doing that. A lot of the times, there's a fantastic thing. However, can you stay there for 1 or 2 seconds and bring it down for 1 or 2 seconds? It's time under tension. So, tell you what, do me five reps there and see how you feel doing that. So coming up, holding thumbs down, hold it there, 1, 2, and come back up. Try to hold it there for 2. That's it. Super slow way down. Good. Now, as Mark is now beginning to feel the straps coming in as well, because it's a sign of your deltoids becoming a little bit exhausted all of a sudden. Can you feel that? So it's not, don't get me wrong, you'll be there all day doing that, no problem at all. But he's beginning to isolate the exercise, that particular muscle. So again, when we're coming up, we're shortening the muscle. When you're going down, we lengthen the muscle. Marcus, feedback?
Yeah, just constant burning. Exactly where you need it on the side. But if I compare that to 5 of these, it's a bit heavier.
He'll be there all day, absolutely all day. It's easy to do. And basically, this is what I keep saying to you guys: leave the ego outside. Bring the person that you really wanted to become the greatest version of yourself, which is basically performing the exercises correctly. So this video is out there. Obviously, me and Marcus are here to obviously help you guys and help us become our greatest versions. We don't want to be coming across as if we're the only ones that know. There's great guys doing their great content, which is great, but we're just here to help you guys become your greatest versions. So anything else, Marcus? Fantastic. So today we've done rear deltoid. Okay, the taking on for you guys today really much so is to give you guys the best form, so good form, and avoid mistakes and become a stronger version of yourself. So on behalf of Marcus and myself, stay happy, stay healthy, stay fit. Take care.